real estate in India is very unstructured. घबराते हैं. There are title checks, there are macro localities, micro localities, there are ghost stories.
KGK 0 to 1,000 crores, no broker 0 to $1 billion, and Alive 0 to 200 crores in 2 years.
So, मेरे ख्याल से मयंक, I think so my upbringing plays a very important role here. I come from Indore, as you mentioned. So generally as a middle class person, you are always asked to be settled, settle in life, do this, don't do this. So I always thought कि there's a larger play out there. सिर्फ 2.5 लाख लोग second home own करते हैं. Imagine 99% people in India do not own a second home.
So what is your favorite holiday home destination? Can be anywhere in India.
Goa.
Goa?
Yeah. But I've recently started liking South Goa more than North Goa. Yeah.
Right. Peace and calm.
Peace, calm, beautiful beaches.
What are the certain mistakes that you see people make during the purchase of a holiday home?
I always say, choose the right broker, choose the right channel, choose the right partner who's not biased towards a particular real estate. I think so the right torchbearer is someone who gives you right information.
What type of work culture would you want in any prop tech company?
What we've seen is these different age groups have a different motive or reason to work. One thing which this audience, this generation wants is they want to be heard. They would not want to work in a lala culture.
Do you think the average Indian understands real estate?
रियल एस्टेट में पैसा नहीं बनता है. रियल एस्टेट में पैसा कैसे बनेगा? बॉस, जब आप राइट जगह पे इन्वेस्ट नहीं करोगे तो पैसा कैसे बनेगा? सो आई थिंक सो रियल एस्टेट में पैसा बनता है, बट मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट इज who educates that middle class.
Hi guys, I am super excited to present y'all this episode of the Real Estate Show with Mayank, because today I have a friend with me sitting right here who continues to inspire me. Let me present to y'all Saurabh Vora from Alive. Hi guys, I am super excited to present y'all this episode of the Real Estate Show with Mayank, because today I have a friend with me sitting right here who continues to inspire me. He had very humble beginnings in Indore, and then he went out to become a founding member of No Broker. He worked there for 7 years and turned it into India's first prop tech unicorn, after which he went and founded Alive, and in just 2 years he's converted that into approximately a 200 crore company. Let me present to y'all Saurabh Vora from Alive. How's it going, Saurabh?
Good, Mayank.
I'm so happy that you're here. We managed to finally get you to our office from yours.
Yeah.
Pleasure, always talking to you. Got you something. Since for your time.
Thank you.
And of course, this is a part of our green initiative. Since flowers die, I think plants just keep growing.
Yes.
Hoping to see that in your office.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So Saurabh, I mean, KGK 0 to 1,000 crores, no broker 0 to $1 billion, and Alive 0 to 200 crores in 2 years. And you guys won the PropTech Startup of the Year in 2024, and you got the Realty Plus Award of 40 under 40. How do you do so many things? And also, are you, which brings me to my main question is, do you think you're a never settler? Do you get bored when, you've made 0 to 1? Whenever things become successful, you tend to leave and then start something new from zero.
So, मेरे ख्याल से Mayank, I think so my upbringing plays a very important role here. I come from Indore, as you mentioned. So generally as a middle class person, you are always asked to be settled, settle in life, do this, don't do this. So I always thought that there's a larger play out there. So obviously after college, when got into PricewaterhouseCoopers, PwC, started my career, I thought I'm settled. And within 3 months, I realized, this is not my calling. So I went to real estate. I joined KGK, which was a diamond group looking to diversify into real estate. And एक तबेला जो होता है, उसमें we started our office from 2 people. And the task was, we had to develop real estate in Jaipur, because the group owned a lot of land parcels in Jaipur, and they were looking at a team who can convert or take out the treasure from the land. And that's how the journey of real estate happened. And I always, as a kid also, मुझे बहुत मजा आता था to create new things. So I said, let's try and do it. But yeah, at some point of time, whenever a business gets built and it reaches a point where things are more structured, etc., I want to go to the next, where can build a larger enterprise, can create more value for consumers, and can solve larger problems at large.
I think the thrill is there, right? 0 to 1 का thrill अलग ही है, right?
हाँ यार, मजा आता है. और मेरे को लगता है अपॉर्चुनिटी अपने आप में बहुत मैसिव है इंडिया में रियल एस्टेट. यू नो, लुक एट द पॉपुलेशन. आज भी हम 4-5 लाख करोड़ का ही बेचते हैं. चाइना इन अ बैड ईयर डज 70-80 लाख करोड़. सो आई थिंक सो देयर इज अ ह्यूज अपॉर्चुनिटी. कंप्लीटली इकोसिस्टम अनस्ट्रक्चर्ड है. आज भी इतना लार्जर प्लेयर्स आर देयर, बट स्टिल देयर इज सो मच टू बी डन इन रियल एस्टेट. सो आई थिंक सो दैट्स वेयर एनी पार्ट आई फील यू जस्ट पिक इट and try to solve a problem, and it can be a $1 billion company in itself.
Correct.
So I feel India में बहुत opportunity real estate.
No, absolutely. It's I don't think it's India's decade. It's India's century.
Yeah.
Literally, I think
Yeah.
no startup founder should leave India.
Yeah.
It is the moment for all of us, right? And you know, you mentioned, I think you're one of the first people
Yeah.
who left PwC to come to real estate. I got into real estate because no one gave me a job.
Yeah.
चलो और क्या करेंगे? But
हाँ.
how did that transition happen from PwC to real estate?
यार, तो मेरे को भी एक तो मैं completely agree करता हूँ. मेरे को लगता है कि real estate is like कि यार कुछ नहीं हुआ तो real estate कर लेते हैं. In fact, in India, people don't take pride in talking about कि मैं real estate बेचता हूँ, नहीं तो I'm a broker in real estate. I think so. It's like कि कुछ नहीं हुआ तो real estate कर लेते हैं. But I always thought there is a huge opportunity. तो जब मेरा PwC में placement भी हो गया था, I got into transfer pricing. 3 महीने काम किया. या तो though I'm wearing a formal today, but formals पहनना, tie lose नहीं करना. So I was like कि boss, I can't sit on a desk and at least desk पे बैठ के world की problem तो नहीं solve कर सकता. So within 3 months I realized कि यार I need to do something in real estate. There is massive opportunity. तो इसलिए मैंने सोचा कि real estate में एक बार try करते हैं. And during college also, one of the incident which happened which kind of stayed in my mind even after I got placed in PwC is, तो यार Symbiosis में पढ़ते थे. I was doing BBA from Symbiosis. सेकेंड ईयर था. वांटेड टू फंड माय ओन एजुकेशन. जैसे हर मिडिल क्लास बंदा सोचता है कि यार घर से पैसा नहीं लूँगा, खुद फंड करूँगा. सो अ वेरी क्लोज फ्रेंड ऑफ माइंड कि शी कम्स फ्रॉम अ फैमिली हु इज़ अ लार्ज रियल एस्टेट डेवलपर, सो Colte Patil developer. So I just happened to speak to her dad at one of the family event, and I said, "Uncle, I didn't know the Mr. Rajesh Patil. So thanks to him, but today, I think so. उनको एक शॉपिंग कॉम्प्लेक्स बना रहे थे वो कॉलेज के पीछे, एंड आई गॉट अ ब्रोकर, मेट अ ब्रोकर एंड डिड अ डील. आई मेड 1 lakh rupees in brokerage, man, and was able to fund my college fees.
Correct.
So I realized कि पैसा बनता है real estate में. But yeah, you have to serve your customer well. I needed some help from uncle, but he supported that time. और जब PwC पे भी काम कर रहा था तो it always stayed in my mind. वहाँ कुछ मैनेजमेंट ट्रेनिंग का था first 3 months. And I said कि boss, larger money, wealth creation, and wealth creation for people can only happen via real estate. So that was my calling there. So I left PwC, met KGK Group, and decided to move to Jaipur from Pune to start their real estate vertical over there. And yeah, मेरे ख्याल से first 5 years, what I did in my career in KGK gave me a lot of perspective how a real estate developer works. So you know, right from licensing to legal to sales, marketing, 2 जने थे मिलके सब setup किया, and eventually when I left, you know, I think so we did quite well over there and did a lot of iconic projects in Jaipur. Yeah.
What were some of them like?
So yeah, एक तो I think so we built the largest private industrial park of Rajasthan known as Solitaire Park. It's a 300-acre private industrial park today.
That's huge.
That's huge. So that was my first project which I did. The good thing is right from the land acquisition to licensing to doing it. और होता क्या है कि जब आप बहुत early days पे रहते हो ना तो आपने दुनिया देखी नहीं रहती है. So I was just 21-22 years that time. So the promoters just gave me a task. They are headquartered in Hong Kong. मुझे पता नहीं था सही करूँगा गलत करूँगा. Just kept on doing stuff. And I think so right thing happened at the right time. People supported also कि young बंदा है यार, कोशिश कर रहे हैं तो support करते हैं. And I think so that's how it happened. And if I look back and see it, that was like, I also feel proud about it, to be very honest. And today also it's the largest industrial park, built the biggest commercial project of Jaipur, did the first public-private partnership with government of Rajasthan. So I think so, if I look back, we did close to 1,000 crore plus in 5 years. And right from a 2-people team, when I left, we were more than 100 people. मैं 22-24 साल का था. मेरे साथ जो काम कर रहे थे engineers, architects, they had 25 years of experience. So I think so they also supported me.
That's a great experience to have, right? Huge. Humbling experience at the same time. So when you left KGK, immediately went to No Broker. How was the transition there?
So exciting. So Saurabh Garg, who's No Broker founder, I know him for after my college, I know him PwC के days से. So got a call from him कि यार कुछ ऐसा बना रहे हैं and we are looking at someone who comes with a real estate background. So you are working with KGK. Would you want to give it a shot? And I said दिखते हैं क्या है. KGK का कुछ government का थोड़ा ऊपर नीचे हो रहा था. I was like let's just give it a shot. I went to Bangalore. Saw Villa in HSR layout, 5-7 people, working. There's an office boy roaming around. Very interesting opportunity in itself. I said, यार करना पड़ेगा क्योंकि अब केजी के तो बन गया है, 1000 करोड़ का बन गया है, प्रोजेक्ट्स चल रहे हैं, and I think so the vision of No Broker was extremely worldwide. No one has seen कि brokers के बिना धंधा हो सकता है. We said यार ये तो attempt मारने जैसी चीज़ है. And that's how No Broker happened. I moved to Bangalore. For 6 months I was working हफ्ते में 3 दिन in Bangalore, 3 दिन in Jaipur. And finally No Broker happened. So I moved to Bangalore when we started No Broker in 2015.
And how were those 7 years in No Broker? Because you guys did build India's first PropTech unicorn. So how was it, from like...
मतलब मैं तो ये बोलता हूँ कि इंडिया की पहली कंपनी जो पिटे थे ब्रोकर्स है. So I think so.
Can you elaborate on that? That's what I love.
So I think so when No Broker started, obviously it was a disruption in itself. Solving problem without brokers, renting out, selling homes without brokers. So while we were doing that, the local brokers, obviously they realized कि यहाँ कुछ तो HSR layout में गड़बड़ चल रहा है. And but yeah, we were doing transactions. The platform was picking up, and one fine day we find brokers entering into the setup, and तोड़ने लग गए, मारने लग गए. But ठीक है, I think so that was.
Did you escape that or?
No, पड़े थे एक दो थप्पड़ तो, but that's fine.
all for the cause.
Yeah, and then you realize it's a unpaid PR, boss. People know about you. Correct. So I think so their intent was different, but it helped us a lot because.
Of course, I mean the broker community is so important for real estate.
बैंगलोर में हम पिटे, यहाँ पर आई थिंक सो ओला और काली पीली के बीच में कुछ हो गया था.
Correct.
So people started relating कि यार there is disruptions happening in Indian real estate.
Correct.
And ever since I think so we went stronger and stronger. The only thing which went away is our office address from our business cards. So yeah.
पता चला घर पे आ जाएंगे work from home में.
But yeah, I think so people realize, I think so कोई भी चीज़ पे Indians we are very value for money people. So we know कि if someone is giving some value for something, they want to avail that service. They want to avail that service. And we always felt, as far as No Broker is concerned, कि अगर आप एक platform पे एक information provide करते हो and you are able to solve that problem, a user finds value over there.
Correct. Yeah. Correct. So after 7 years being in No Broker, I think life was good. Why would you leave No Broker? Because you guys were crushing it that time. Yeah. What made you leave it?
So, while I was at No Broker, I was always, when I used to work on data, understanding the consumer, we would have served more than 3 crore people in No Broker. So I was looking at what's next in real estate because India में बहुत कुछ करने को on the real estate side of it. So one thing while, when COVID happened, unfortunately, what I saw is that a lot of people in India were aspiring to own a second home. लोगों का ये था कि यार I want एक बड़ा घर चाहिए where I can go and spend time with my friends, family. But there was something which was stopping them to actually make that purchase. Plus, काफी builders के साथ हम closely काम करते थे. There were larger builders who were struggling to sell their second home. So obviously deep dive किया. I was business head, so I was looking at क्यों नहीं हो रहा है, team के साथ follow up, reviews ये सब चल रहा था. And I said, boss, if someone can solve 2 larger problems, which is make it commercially accessible for people कि यार मुझे अगर second home खरीदना है, वैल्यू फॉर मनी मिल जाए मेरे को क्योंकि मैं साल के 30-40 दिन ही उसको यूज करता हूँ और कोई प्रॉपर्टी मैनेज कर ले. इफ समवन कैन पुट दीज 2 थिंग्स टुगेदर, इट कुड एक्चुअली बी अ ह्यूज अपॉर्चुनिटी. दैट इंट्रीग्ड मी एंड No Broker founders, all 3 of them are mentors, close friends. I went to them, spoke to them, and we decided that this could be a huge opportunity in itself. And that's how Alive happened very organically. And Alive is aspirational life. So our intent is कि यार एक middle class जो जनता है अपनी इंडिया की, upper middle class, we wanted to provide them homes, second homes, where the aspiration within them comes out and they can have better time with their friends and family, and when they don't use this second home, the property makes some rental income for them.
Correct, correct. Now, can you elaborate more on what a second home is?
यार तो सेकेंड होम सबसे पहले तो मैं बताऊंगा कि यार इट नीड नॉट बी अ हॉलीडे होम. सेकेंड होम को आप अगर कैटेगराइज करोगे तो तीन तरीके के सेकेंड होम्स होते हैं अकॉर्डिंग टू अस. वन इज द हॉलीडे होम डेस्टिनेशन जिसकी पैन इंडिया डिमांड है, यू नो, व्हिच आर योर गोवास ऑफ द वर्ल्ड, कुर्ग्स, शिमला, नाउ अलीबाग्स ऑफ द वर्ल्ड. सो आई थिंक सो एक ये आपके हॉलीडे होम डेस्टिनेशन है. सेकेंड, पिलग्रिम डेस्टिनेशंस इन इटसेल्फ, अयोध्या, काशी, अमृतसर, ये अपने आप में एक सेकेंड होम डेस्टिनेशंस है. बिकॉज काफ़ी लोग हॉलीडे होम्स पे फ्रीक्वेंटली जाते हैं और काफ़ी इंडिया की पॉपुलेशन एक ही रिलीजियस प्लेस पे नहीं तो पिलग्रिम डेस्टिनेशंस पे ओवर अ पीरियड ऑफ ईयर मल्टीपल विजिट्स करते हैं. एंड थर्ड इज योर रीजनल प्ले. सो फॉर अ बैंगलोर इट कुड बी अ नंदी हिल्स, फॉर a Mumbai it could be a Lonavala, Karjat, Khapoli. So these are the three categories of second home, which are bigger than your first homes, where you get a better lifestyle, probably with a private pool or a better clubhouse or better amenities. So this, according to us, is a second home.
I mean, and it is, like you said, it is very aspirational because so far, you know, since decades, right, whenever we hear of holiday homes, farmhouses, we always visualize a very rich billionaire businessman owning one, right? So I believe your aim is to bring it to normal people like us, right? And who is the target audience basically for the second home?
I don't know, तूने वो कभी ऐड देखा है कि नहीं? एक स्कूटी पेप करके प्रियंका चोपड़ा का ऐड था. Why should boys have all the fun? So I also feel कि है ना, इंडिया में जो ये रियल एस्टेट का प्ले है ना, this play is very structured, and the HNIs or the rich HNIs, they have played it very smartly. You know, the way they have kind of structured everything, कि जहाँ पर ज़्यादा wealth creation है etc., they have kept it to themselves. Out of some, you know, more than 200 million families in India, सिर्फ 2.5 लाख लोग second home own करते हैं. Imagine 99% people in India do not own a second home. What we huge market, because क्या है कि जो इंडिया का टॉप 2% पॉपुलेशन है, दे आर द वन हु ओन दी सेकेंड होम और अस्पायर टू ओन दिस सेकेंड होम. आवर टारगेट ऑडियंस इज द अपर मिडिल क्लास, जो 10 to 12% population, which is today close to 40 million people. These people aspire to own a second home. Our entire intent is to create something for them, जहाँ पर वो आके second home own कर सकते. The only thing is you need to put in the right product for them. So that's what we are trying to do. We're trying to expose this category to that population of the country.
Correct. Yeah. And how are you choosing your locations basically for your holiday homes?
तो हम लोग क्या देखते हैं यार कि अगर मैं हॉलीडे होम्स का एग्जांपल देता हूँ, सो वी लुक एट डिमांड कि यार इंडिया में सबसे ज़्यादा डिमांड कहाँ पर है सेकेंड होम्स की, कहाँ पर सबसे ज़्यादा फ्रीक्वेंटली ट्रैवलर्स ट्रैवल करते हैं. इट कुड बी फॉर देयर लेजर ट्रिप्स, फैमिली ट्रिप्स, मैरिजेस, सोशल फंक्शंस, एंड ऑब्वियसली गोवा इज वन ऑफ द टॉप डेस्टिनेशंस. So, you know, that's how we first pick our micro localities, I would say, कि यार हम लोगों को इन लोकेलिटी पे expand करना है, and within that locality then we look at various micro localities. Sorry, what I meant is कि पहले macro locality देखते हैं कि यार गोवा कर दिया, अलीबाग हो गया, कुर्ग हो गया, and then within those larger cities we look at various micro localities जहाँ पर capital appreciation का play बड़ा हो सकता है over a period of time. Because to answer your previous question, what the richer class does is they know how to play the capital appreciation game. They know it.
The rich always get richer
because they are the risk takers. Let's understand.
Correct.
These profile are the people जो risk takers होते हैं. So they play it very smartly. खुद खरीदेंगे गोवा पे एक second home where their price would have doubled or tripled in 1 year, 2 years time.
Correct.
And people, middle class people जिनको रियल एस्टेट का नॉलेज नहीं है, they end up buying a commercial asset because उनको ऑप्टिक्स में दिखता है 7% का रेंटल इनकम आ रहा है. But what they don't realize, the larger play real estate globally is capital appreciation.
Correct.
Imagine a burger company like McDonald's have created wealth in real estate.
Absolutely. They're actually a real estate company
absolutely,
first.
Absolutely.
They're not a fast food chain.
Correct. So this talks about an analogy कि if real estate investments are done smartly, the real wealth creation happens there.
Correct. So you feel like even if a person, you know, a lot of people when you talk to about holiday homes, they look at it as a luxury, but they don't know that this can actually be a very financially smart decision to invest in a holiday home.
Correct. घबराते हैं You know, let's understand, real estate in India is very unstructured. There are title checks, there are macro localities, micro localities, there are ghost stories कि बॉस टाइटल खराब है,
Correct.
देख के लेना, गोवा पे तो बहुत प्रॉब्लम है, वहाँ ये लॉ है, ये लॉ है, अलीबाग पे देख के लेना. But I think so these are stories created by people.
Correct.
If someone can create, you know, kind of solve this myth for a middle class person and make them realize the importance of investment into this asset class, I think so it would explode to another level.
Correct.
It is only someone or multiple companies coming together, creating various platforms where a middle class gets that comfort level कि यार खरीदते हुए, खरीदने के बाद we'll take care of you.
I think maintaining that holiday home is extremely important, right? To make it worthwhile as a financial investment, I think maintenance plays a big role in a holiday home.
Yeah, it does. It does. It does play a very, very important role. In fact, मुझे लगता है कि जो second home का play है, it is a very smart play of hardware and software coming together. Hardware is the real estate infrastructure, कि खिड़की दरवाजे कौन से है, aesthetics कैसा है, interiors कैसा है. And very important play is software क्या है. When I say software, it is the hospitality part of it. It's the property management part of it. And second home is the only place where you'll see two homes next to each other within a gated community. One quoting 5 crore or valued at 5 crore, the other one is at 7 crore.
Absolutely.
Only difference is how well the properties are getting managed. So I think so the management of these second home plays extremely, extremely big role. And if these properties are maintained well, it can do wonders, you know.
Correct.
जैसे अभी भी अपन लोग जो बात कर रहे थे कि यार जब रियल एस्टेट डेवलप होता है वो 2-3 साल का होराइजन होता है, बट वो प्रॉपर्टी 30 साल तक खड़ी है.
Correct.
So we are talking about whether that 5% is more important or 10% more important, or the lifestyle of 90% is more important. And if someone can manage these assets well, I think, you know, these properties would always appreciate.
Absolutely.
The only depreciating asset is if you don't manage it well. So I
Correct.
think so in second home, because weather plays a critical role, you don't use your asset throughout the year. If someone can do it, a mature platform or a professional property management company does it for you, highly appreciating.
Very
asset.
interesting, because in holiday home segment, like for instance, Alibag has given a 4x in the last 4-5 years. Ayodhya.
How
has
many
given
people know this?
Imagine.
The point is,
Imagine,
what
nobody.
you say कि 4 गुना पैसा बढ़ गया, ये बढ़ गया. People talk about stock market कि बस आप डालो 15% return, 18%. Look at Sensex. But who's talking about this? कि यार अलीबाग पे आपने अगर 1 करोड़ का इन्वेस्टमेंट 2020 में किया है, today it's valued at 4 crore. अगर आपने गोवा पे 2020 पे इन्वेस्ट किया है 1 करोड़ रुपया, today it's valued at 5 crore. But HNIs know it. They do it
Exactly.
every time. They keep on flipping their property. I know people, obviously I can't quote it here, who have started before COVID with maybe 2 crores. Today they are sitting on assets more than 20-30 crore. और करा ही यही है. They kept on developing, reinvesting and created wealth. So where is the larger play? वो कहते हैं ना कि जो पुराने जमाने में कहते थे कि वो कुबेर का खजाना किधर है. So I think so one needs, you need a,
And, you know, in fact, you're talking about pilgrimages, right? Ayodhya, 1 crore would have become 7 crores right now.
Yeah.
Just so much. I think people need to go out of the box and look at other investment opportunities.
Yeah.
And I think Indians are very obsessed with roti, kapda, makan. And when I say makan, it means the first home.
yeah.
And these dense projects in the city, you'll never appreciate like what it did back in 2008, 2007. I think now holiday homes are the next big thing, right?
So I'll give you a different perspective to it. To me, any real estate investment is X plus Y. Let's say X is your rental income, Y is your capital appreciation. In a place like Bombay, your rental income is 2-2.5% in a residential thing. Y is your capital appreciation, which could be anywhere between 5 to 8%. So X plus Y, you make 7 to 10% in a resi in a 5-year horizon. Commercial, your X is higher, a notch higher, could be 5 to 7%. But the capital appreciation is negligible. So you end up making 6 to 8%
And
again.
illiquid.
Illiquid.
Selling it is so hard.
Entry is a barrier, exit is a barrier. Now look at second home. If you give it to a good professional operator, you can actually make double the resi income of close to 4 to 5%, if not an 8 to 10. Your capital appreciation with a 5-year horizon can anywhere between 15 to 20%. With a 5-year horizon, you can actually make close to 18 to 24% per annum. That also on a conservative side. The only thing is you need to find the right person, right operator, right platform, right guidance is required, right brokers, people who can guide you in the right locations. You can create your wealth. So I think so. But this is what it is, you know. Hardly people know about this asset class.
That is true.
So at Alive, we are trying to solve it. We want to navigate via this. It's a tough journey in the beginning, but I feel ki if we are persistent about it, we keep on doing what we are doing, we'll be able to explain to users coming in ki why it makes sense to invest into a second home destination.
Correct. You always maintain the fact, in our conversations that a life should be like the Apple of the holiday home, of the second homes rather, right? So why this analogy, basically?
So let's look at Apple business model, what it does. The design is theirs. The sales and marketing is of Apple. The manufacturing is done by Foxconn.
Right.
Our intent is, as Alive, we want to control the design and aesthetics, which is the hardware part of it. We want to control the software part of it the way Apple does it. Ki if you buy an Alive home, what all things you get, what all benefits you get. You got to swap your homes with our platform. You get a lot of other benefits, by buying an Alive platform. And we take care of the sales, marketing, and property management. I think so. We want to focus on these 2-3 things, and huge value can be created for people. If someone can plan your homes, design your homes, we can take it to the right set of people and eventually manage it for them so that their wealth doesn't erode, their house doesn't get depreciated. I think so there's a huge value
You
proposition.
spoke of value, Saurabh. I want to understand the comparative analysis between, I won't say real estate and equity, right? What about second homes versus equity? What is your take on that?
So what is an equity market? You look at the fundamentals of any company, okay? Ideally, you look at fundamental. अभी तो time ऐसा चल रहा है कि जो phone उठा के राय दे रहा है,
Correct.
it's like going up. But ideally, you look at fundamentals and technical before putting money into any equity investment. I think so. When it comes to second home or any real estate, it's very important to look at the fundamentals of that locality and micro locality.
Right.
अलीबाग को लेते हैं एक एग्जांपल के लिए. Let's say Alibag is an equity. It's a stock
Right.
in itself. If you look at the fundamentals, the social infrastructure is picking up. You're getting airport which is less than an hour away. Your water transport is sorted with the ro-ros and speedboats. The road transport after Atal Setu is completely sorted.
Absolutely.
Fundamentals of Alibag as a locality, it gives you mix of both. You have beaches, you have hills surrounded, so you have hill station, you have beaches, your social infrastructure
And
is
the
better.
sense of arrival.
How can you go wrong in the fundamentals? If fundamentally you are investing into a Tata stock or a Reliance stock because of certain reasons, at long term that equity will make money for you. Similarly, if you can understand the fundamental of a locality or you study the relevant patterns of a particular locality via the right channels, you cannot go wrong in real estate. The only thing is, real estate, unfortunately, do not have a lot of third-party support, which talks about 15 to 18% CAGR, which you make over a period of 5 years. But I can challenge, if you can pick the right micro locality in a second home destinations, you have made more than 20% IRR with a horizon of 5 years. So I think so if it's done smartly, studied smartly, and worked with the right brokers, channel partners, platforms, you cannot go wrong in the fundamentals.
Absolutely. In a structured manner. There are very few structured players in this space.
Yeah.
Right, which takes me to my next question. What is the wildest capital appreciation that you guys have witnessed, within your investors?
So multiple are there, but two of them which are like very recent transactions, very recent resale transactions also. What we have done is, so we have this villa project in Seolim known as Banyan Tree. I think so people who have bought a 3 BHK with us at a 4.5, we have been able to flip the asset or resell it at a 6 crores. So we have made more than 40 to 50% in less than 18 months.
That's pretty good.
One is the macro factor of Seolim as a locality in Goa, and second is the property management. And as I said, if the hardware and software can be combined well, value does get created.
Absolutely. Now, when does value not get created? I mean, what are the certain mistakes that you see people make during the purchase of a holiday home?
I always say, choose the right broker, choose the right channel, choose the right partner who's not biased towards a particular real estate. I think so the right torchbearer is someone who gives you right information, who makes you understand the pros and cons of various micro localities. Fundamentally, he explains you the thing, how is the city progressing, मतलब मुझे तो ये लगता है कि if Mopa Airport is coming in North Goa, North Goa was bound to grow. If someone would have understood what a Mopa Airport can do, connected the tier 2 cities of the world, etc., the capital would come up. So I think that choosing the right partner or right professional operator is extremely, extremely important.
Right.
So if someone can choose the right partner, understands the pros and cons, takes a fundamental decision, then chances of going wrong is minimal.
Right.
And then obviously you look at the right property management operator for a second home destination because of the reasons what we just spoke. You know, the property needs to be managed pretty well.
I agree. I agree. Now, you know, Saurabh, you're very important, I would say, in the prop tech sector. Do you think it's the right work culture that you managed to create in your companies, which is the reason for these, you know, valuations? Or is it what, rather let me rephrase this in a different way. What type of work culture would you want in any prop tech company?
So I think that this is more a general question rather than a prop tech. Let's see what kind of work environment is required. You know, for example, at Alive, our average age, you know, our youngest guy would be what, 21, 22?
Right.
And our eldest would be 44, 45.
So
you know,
relatively very young company.
Very young. So our average age within the company would be 28 to 32. What we've seen is these different age groups have a different motive or reason to work. So it's very important that as a founder, as our core team, we're able to provide them what they are looking at. A lot of people come for a different goals. Plus, it's stressful. You know, you're talking about Mumbai's of the world. Our sales offices in Delhi, Bangalore, our work offices in Goa, Alibag. So you need to give them a platform where you can understand their individual need. We as Alive create very flat structure. So I think one thing which this audience, this generation wants is they want to be heard. They would not want to work in a Lala culture. So we do not have any cabins in office.
Correct.
It's a very flat structure what we have created. All the decisions which happen is very inclusive.
Correct.
You know, any property which we finalize for a user, there are 10 stringent parameters. There are various vertical heads who get involved. There's a mini IC what we have formed, which is an investor committee, right from your acquisition, marketing, legal sales. All of us come together to decide on the behalf of the consumers.
Very democratic.
Has to be very democratic. And the good thing what I've seen is different subject matter expertise and different age group. So our sales head would be, let's say, X years. Our marketing head would be Y years. So, you know, one is their subject matter expertise, what they get on table. And second is understanding various age groups.
Correct.
Very important.
I think that's very important even for marketing, and that's why you guys have done well in marketing, I would say, especially your Instagram channel, right? It's done well because I assume Gen Zs are probably handling it.
Yeah, so relevantly very young marketing team. We are super proud about them, you know. We've recently got that Mad Over Marketing award for best real estate company. More than 100,000 followers on social media today. The biggest thing is 70% business comes via that channel for us. So one thing which has played extremely well is users are able to relate to the content what we are talking about. So we refrain being very selu. Our intent is to solve the problem. So one of our analysis of the guests who stay at a property, what we realized is they didn't know what to do in Goa. You know, a lot of people know कि मुझे गोवा जाके ये करना है, ये करना है, ये करना है. But then you have TG coming from tier 2. They actually don't know what to do in a 3 nights thing. So we have something which is known as Alive Style, where we talk about which are the cafes nearby, food joints nearby, local excursions nearby. So Goa is no longer a
relatable
casino and daru place.
Correct.
You know, there's a lot more to Goa. So I think so relatable content has helped users connect with us. So, you know,
and you know, since you said 70% of your sales happen through that, you must have saved a lot of money in terms of customer acquisition cost, which is fantastic.
Yeah. One way to look at it
That's
is definitely
great,
there.
you know, the
And I think so then that TG gives us a lot of referral, because if I bought a Alive home, I'm bound to go and talk to 3 of my friends that you please follow them on social media.
Correct.
So I think so that viral effect has helped us a lot. And someone was telling me we are one of the most viral real estate company in last 2 years as far
You
as the
definitely
start
have
is
a,
concerned.
for a company having such a big kind of Instagram presence is very difficult for companies, you know.
Yeah.
For individual creators, it's significantly easier because it's easier for a creator to be relatable to another human being.
Yeah.
But for a company, I feel to be relatable to an individual is significantly harder. And once you get that right, is where you'll obviously reap the benefits.
Yeah.
So that's, I think that's pretty cool what you
But
guys have
I
done.
still think there's a lot to be done.
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
a lot to be
of
done.
course.
I think reaching 1 million social media is very much possible.
Yeah.
One of the thing is कि because जो अपन अभी बात कर रहे हैं यार, second home as a category needs to be understood. A lot of people don't know what is a second home. So what is the right language to kind of decode it for them is very important. And we haven't penetrated to tier 2 towns, so-called, I'm from Indore.
Correct.
Places like Indore, Jaipur, Nagpur, Nasik. These people are aspirational. They are the one who have actually created wealth in last 5-10 years.
Correct.
I think so. If we reach to that TG, they are the one who genuinely want to invest into the second home category. Could be pilgrim destination. My parents go to Jain pilgrimage thrice a year, and they struggle to find a good accommodation for themselves. I know a lot of my friends going to Shirdi and don't know where to stay. Look at Golden Temple. So I think so. There's huge opportunity which can be played along. Awareness is very important, and thanks to the social media, I think so. If it's done well, a lot of things can be achieved.
And plus, after COVID, after Corona, people wanted bigger spaces. Every family member was in each other's faces.
Private
right?
pools.
Exactly. And I think in the main city, you can't even think of having a garden. Billionaires don't have gardens in Bombay, right? The only way we can get gardens is going outside, 2 hours away, and just be in nature. I think that's so important just for human wellness.
Yeah, post COVID, na mind to dekhega na. Most important thing is people have realized the importance of life, which I think so before COVID कहीं ना कहीं disappear हो गया था लोगों के लिए. आज भी लोग वापस आ गए rat race में, मैं ये नहीं कहूँगा, but I think so pre-COVID
it was a proper reboot for people.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think so that's why by default there was a clear tailwind towards this कि I want a better lifestyle. अब यार बॉम्बे में आप
and it was such organic demand.
Absolutely. मेरे को एक चीज़ बताना, if someone is staying at a 600 square feet carpet area in Mumbai, अगर वो aspire भी करेगा तो क्या कर लेगा, 700 square feet ले लेगा. If he has done some fortune, made some fortune well, he'll move to a 900 square feet apartment. But what they realize is it's not enough for your kids, it's not enough with your friends, and you want a better lifestyle. So I think so that tailwind helped us a lot. And we still feel if awareness is there, people want larger homes, people want to go out. Because यार आज आप बॉम्बे में मैं विक्रोली पे रहता हूँ, I stay at Godrej Trees. 750 carpet cost you close to 4 crores.
Correct.
If I put this 4 crore in a second home, I can buy a beautiful Alive bungalow or any other bungalow with a private pool. And I'll rather take a home on rent,
Correct.
pay a 1.5-2% on that thing, a 4 crore thing, and make a 5% over there. So I think it's more about a brave decision, I would say, or a conscious call which needs to be taken, and someone again spreading that awareness.
Correct. Now, there's a common saying, amongst the elders at least, the bigger the home, the more the maintenance cost, right? So, what are the challenges as, because you guys are deep into facility management, maintaining bungalows and villas, what are some of the challenges that you face with facility management?
So, the facility management, definitely it's not an easy thing. As Indians, we want value out of everything. So, it needs to be done very in a structured, planned way. But I think so technology plays a crucial role. So we at Alive have been able to use tech in a very efficient way. So, for instance, our app gives you a scheduling facility. Our app helps you book your 2 days or 3 days stay via a virtual manager. So, you get a virtual manager to call you, to speak to you, to understand your requirement, plan things for you. And if you have someone to plan things for you, and if you do the basics right of facility management or property management, I think so people are very happy. Because आप खुद ही सोचो ना यार कि जो अब तक conventionally, traditionally लोग खुद के second home लेते थे, उनके घर की specially ladies, वो घर पे जाके सिर्फ maintenance के काम करती थी. लोनावला पे देख लो यार. I remember my childhood. हम लोनावला पे अपने आंटी ने तो किसी के second home पे जाते थे, तो we still remember वो 2 दिन के stay पे जो owners थे, वो अपना plumbing का issue solve कर रहे, caretaker का issue solve कर रहे, और हम लोग ज़्यादा मजे करते थे उनसे. Now with some professional operator coming in, your house is being taken care of even when you are not there, and fetches you some rental income where the maintenance is being covered up.
Right. So, what is your favorite holiday home destination? Can be anywhere in India.
Goa.
Goa?
Yeah. But I've recently started liking South Goa more than North Goa. Yeah.
Right. Peace and calm.
Peace, calm, beautiful beaches. So I think so South Goa. Yeah.
Takes me to my next question. What are Saurabh's future plans? You know, just your own personal future plans. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Yeah, तो अभी तो future 5 years, 10 years, 20 years is clearly alive. There's a lot to be done. We're super excited with this space. मतलब Goa alone does some 10,000 crore of business annually, which is more than $1 billion. At least have 10% market share of Goa. That's my short-term goal. But as far as long-term goal is concerned, obviously we want to create Alive as a brand which becomes a proper managed and serviced second home brand. So if you think about second home, Alive is your answer. And we take care of everything for people, right from guest handling to managing your properties, to selling your properties whenever you want to sell, giving you that instant liquidity. So there's a lot to be done. And if you can, kind of ensure a user in this journey of pre-sales and during sales and after sales, I think so it can create a very strong ecosystem. And we work very closely with brokers. So, coming back to your first no broker thing, I think so now if we work with the right brokers, and there are a lot of them who work very hard with us also. So I think so we have created a very strong ecosystem over there.
You know, I read a survey where it said 60% of real estate transactions done in India are done through real estate agents.
Yeah.
That's a massive number.
It's a massive number, but you require someone to handhold you. You require someone to give you unbiased information about the localities, projects. Because आप अगर optics में देखोगे ना, 90% buyers in India do not know their budget. They start with an X budget, but they end up buying a Y rupees home. So I think so that's where a broker or a channel partner plays an extremely critical role. They understand your need. They understand what's your income, what's your home loan appetite. A lot of those factors come into picture.
Structuring the transaction basically.
Yes, yes.
Now, Saurabh, we know you mentor a lot of people in the PropTech space. What is your word of advice for any youngster, any 21-year-old, first generation trying to make it in this, competitive market?
One is, I think so, as founder, which I've always seen, or as a founding team in last 10, 12 years, it's very important to be focused. Very, very focused, because whenever you're starting something, there are chances you will spread yourself very thin. There's so much unstructured business happening in real estate. You want to solve everything on the value chain. So one thing which I've realized, which I've learned, is it's very important to be focused on one locality, maybe one problem, pick it up, solve it end to end, get into the depth, and then move to the next thing. So I think it's very important to stay focused, follow your calling.
Do you think the average Indian understands real estate?
Tricky question. So I think one of the biggest problem which middle class makes is follow the herd mentality. My family has done it, my friends have done it. Bombay में घर लो, Bangalore में घर लो, रोटी कपड़ा मकान ज़रूरी है. And then you see videos coming and which says, real estate में पैसा नहीं बनता है. Real estate में पैसा कैसे बनेगा? Boss, जब आप right जगह पे invest नहीं करोगे, तो पैसा कैसे बनेगा? So I think so real estate में पैसा बनता है. But most important is who educates that middle class. HNIs, ultra HNIs have created wealth by investing into real estate, second homes. I'll give you two use cases, One is, go and ask anyone who's 60 plus. I saw in your podcast, Mr. Niranjan was there. I know a lot of my connects, KGK, where I was there. They have bought that 300-acre land overall in 3 crores. Today it's valued more than 600 crores. Real estate में पैसा बनता है. If you look, real estate इनमें पैसा बनता है, so crazy पैसा बनता है. The only thing is
में तो बहुत ही बनता है.
बहुत बनता है यार. You just need to invest at the right place, and you need to see where HNIs have been investing. They have created wealth in real estate, traditionally also. And I think so, Mayank, no better than you. You have been trying to educate people via your books, your edtech channels, your reels, etc. That how to invest in real estate, what not to be done, what needs to be done. So I think that we require a lot of Mayanks here who can come and spread that awareness to people. What are the right avenues? I saw one of your reel where you spoke about land खरीदते हुए क्या चीज़ देखना है, क्या चीज़ नहीं देखना है. That sort of awareness is required because the moment you get to a second home destination, land investment, out of your comfort level, outside these metro cities or your towns, awareness and education is extremely important. Because Bombay में मेरे को अगर 800 अपार्टमेंट के प्रोजेक्ट में अपार्टमेंट खरीदना है, सिंपल टू बाय बिकॉज प्राइस फिक्स्ड है, 2-5% का डेल्टा है, बट रिटर्न नहीं है.
करेक्ट.
और फिर आप बोलते हो रियल एस्टेट में रिटर्न नहीं है. But you need to take those bets. You need to do what an HNI does it smartly than a middle class like us.
Correct.
And then you create real wealth. So थोड़ा hard work है, but it is worth creating. Because I can, what I've spoken before also, there could be various instances, any destination, what we have spoken today, where wealth has got created. And that too in multiples of 4 to 10x in last 5 to 8 years. So मुझे लगता है real estate में पैसा पक्का बनता है. It's just you require right channels. You need to
That's
go to the
why we are
right
in real
people.
estate.
Yes. And you
Come
need
to us.
and you need to follow your gut and you need to take those risks. But I would always say when I say risk, your legal title, those 10 parameters need to be well studied, which your book also covers very well. If that is studied, real estate में पैसा बनता है और कोई भी alternative investment option से better पैसा बन सकता है.
That's so beautifully said.
Yeah.
Saurabh, it was great to have you here. Absolute pleasure, man. Thank you so much.
Pleasure, man.
taking
Thanks
our
for
time.
having us. Yes.
Absolutely.